Welcome back, everybody, to yet another live session. So it begins. Ask me anything, you know the drill. It is 5:24 p.m. in Mexico City. Just got off of work, still on the cut, still on the diet, still keeping it lean and mean. Evie, first question of the day. Would you date someone from the UK? Of course. I don't have any country that um, I would never say I would not date anyone from country XYZ. So yeah, for sure. UK is definitely in play. Now, if you want me to like, it would be hard for me to date someone that is living in the UK. What's up, Gabster? Um, because I live in Mexico City, so I would not do a long distance relationship or anything like that. I used to do long distance, but I'm done with that. Sweats, what is up? Hey, Ozzy, do you like movies? What is the last movie that you've seen? I'm like, I'm a pretty mm, in that regard. I think I'm not the norm. I don't watch a lot of media. Like, okay, no, I do. That doesn't make any sense. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't watch a lot of shows. Does that mean I don't like movies? No, I like movies. I like shows. I'm watching Andor season 2 now, which to be honest is kind of like disappointing because I feel like it got so much hype. I went into it like and what do you mean that's a no? No, that's a yes. I literally said I would though. So uh, I just I feel like I'm a little bit of a restless person. I'm always doing something. Like at night, I do cardio. I go walking. Um, it's hard for me to fully unwind and lay down and watch a show. Like I'll watch NBA games. I like movies, but I don't watch a lot of movies. The last movie I've seen, boy, see that's how you know. Like it's really hard for me to remember the last movie I've seen. It might have been the new Beetlejuice. As ridiculous as that sound. I kind of figured out at some point that um, the only way for me to watch movies is to go to like the cinema, like a theater. Because if I don't like commit to it, I'm not doing it. I love movies. Yeah, I think everybody like I think that's like the I feel like most people love movies and most people watch shows. There is a part of me that feels like it's an utter waste of time. That's why I don't like to do it. But then I can't say that while simultaneously watching NBA basketball because that's also a waste of time. And you can kind of arrive to this nihilistic view where everything is a waste of time. Like, you know, so you don't want to fall into the productivity trap either. Um, yeah. Derek White. I like the name. Do you like roller coasters? I told a buddy about you, Sean Flaherty. Him, other coaster enthusiasts travel the world. Nice. Um, I like roller coasters. It's probably been like a year or 2 years since I've last done one. Um, sure. My grandpa only likes documentaries. I could see that. I'm on the spectrum. I get overstimulated very easily. I like the comfort at home. So Evie, then like I don't think we would be a good match to date because I need to be outside. I need to be. I'm very social. Like if I wake up and I don't leave my house or my room or whatever, like my apartment, within the first 5 hours, I get like cabin fever. So I'm not sure that's a good match. Like I will literally go out at 8 p.m. at night in the rain to walk just to feel like I'm outside. So maybe not compatible. I go to the movies alone because girls don't like me. I can't find one to take. I don't understand I never understood the concept of having a date at like taking a date to a movie. To me, it's absolutely insane. It doesn't make any sense. Like you can't talk. I guess it's trying to make out, but then like, what's the point? Like if you're a teenager, I get it. I just always thought that was such a poor idea. I guess opposites attract isn't true. Opposites attract, but they don't last. That's where I've landed. I need to go out every day or I feel depressed. I see people always doing it and I feel left out being alone at the movies. Bro, don't compare yourself to people, man. People are goddamn idiots. 99% of people on this planet don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like they're literally just on autopilot. They don't think about shit. They're just thinking about they're like a goldfish. They're like anytime I see somebody in Mexico, I just say Mexico because that's where I live. Anytime I see somebody walk into a 7-Eleven and buy like a popsicle, I can't help but be like, "What are you doing? Like you don't have a plan in life. Like the day that I'm just wandering around and all of a sudden I'm like, I want a popsicle. That's the day that I know I'm done. I'm cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like there's never a moment for that unless you're out with your kids. People don't have plans, man. They don't have visions. They just fucking they literally just float through life. Hey, bro, this is so funny. I literally, it's been so goddamn long since somebody uh, joined one of the memberships that I'm like, what is happening? Hey, Drill, I appreciate you. Fuck, I appreciate you. You could just pull out a hair. God damn it. Thank you, thank you for supporting me, man. Is that a bad thing to float through life? Touche. Too motherfucking shay. You could say I smoke weed just so I can obtain what those people have on a daily basis. I smoke weed to not think, to basically go numb, to be in like this like bliss, in this high state of mind. Like, you could argue that people that float through life got there without doing the drugs, so they're better off than me. Um, maybe, yeah, maybe. Life is like growing up. Life is like a video game, and it's so flashy and interesting. And there seem to be an endless amount of levels and secrets and upgrades to unlock. And then you get older and you start figuring things out and you start seeing things looping, like things that are just a perpetual loop. You meet somebody, you get euphoric, fall in love, have sex, it's amazing. First fight, second fight, you make up, you work on it, third fight, you know, sometimes it lasts 2 years, sometimes it lasts 2 months. You get a job, a new job, you're like, is this gonna be my career? You know. But then and then you kind of like you look at your peers, you look at people around you, you see people getting older, you see people turning into their parents. One of my friends, my exact same age, he used to hate his father. He was like 20 years old, hating his dad, and now he is his dad. He has done a full 180, and he's become his dad. Just stuff like that. You pay attention to, you notice, and then the couples that you thought are like doing really good, you see them and you realize they're just like making it work. I don't know, man. There's something about making it work that is just so incredibly unappealing. Not that I'm against making it work and communicating and all this stuff. It's just like if it's work, 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 like if it's always work, like if it's always hard, I don't know, man. What music do you listen to? I listen to a lot of Derek Pope. I like him a lot. Check him out, Derek Pope. I listen to a lot of Johnny Cash. I listen to old Young Thug. Love Young Thug. Um, Drake. Drake is, you know, regardless of what anybody wants to say, he is the absolute, by far, greatest of all time in the past. I want to say 2 decades, basically. Not 2 decades, decade and a half. The amount of good music he's put out. Um, yeah, I don't think it's bad to have goals and visions, but I don't think life is wasted if you don't live up to those goals and visions. What's up, Akri? Are you? I mean, I like Kanye. I love 808 and Heartbreaks. I love that album. Um, the Life of Pablo was a good one. What's up, Iwa? Shout out Canada. Um, do you like Tupac? Is there? Yeah, sure. I don't listen to him though. I don't actively listen to him. I like him. What are some of my favorite Johnny Cash songs? So basically, the entire album. Yo, Iwa, thank you so much. Big shout out, Iwa. I appreciate you, girl. Um, I don't like any of Johnny Cash's original music. I know that may sound crazy. I think The Man Comes Around is maybe the best musical project ever made, capturing the essence of a man right before he's about to die, literally singing, giving his last breath. So I would say I like Bridge Over Troubled Water, First Time I Ever Saw Your Face, Hurt, When the Man Comes Around, I Hung My Head. I mean, yeah, like literally the whole album. So I don't like Ring of Fire, that type of stuff. To me, it feels corny. The Ring of Fire. It's like I'm listening. It's corny. It's like ah, can't stand it. Thank you so much, Iwa. I appreciate you. I'm not big into rap, but Kanye is super red pilled. Wait, you're saying like um his personality or his music? You're calling Two Chains a few hit wonder, bro? No, you're tripping. You need to do your history, man. You're talking to a hip hop historian, bro. I know everything about hip hop. I used to be obsessed with that shit. So let me educate you real quick. Two Chains, when he became Two Chains, he already had a whole career under the alias of Titty Boy, being part of a duo called Play a Circle. Um, then when he dropped, he had a bunch of hits, um, and he continued to stay relevant. He just put out a super dope project with Larry June called Life is Beautiful. So he is far from a one hit wonder. How are you feeling? I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling. Yoga every day. Um, Yoga every day is hard, guys. Like, because I'm also doing gym every day, so I'm a little bit tired, but it's good. Um, Thoughts on T Diddy? Um, I hope he goes to jail. I hope. I mean, somebody mentioned Tupac. Like, there you have it. That he's responsible for getting Tupac killed. Probably got Biggie killed too. Thoughts on P Diddy? Took him long enough to finally get him behind bars. The Ring of Fire could literally be a hemorrhoid commercial. Just kidding. I wouldn't know personally that it could be a thing. Yeah, it's just like a corny song. I can't listen to songs like that. Some are born and some are dying. 100 million angels singing. I love that song, Tom. I love that song. I was gonna say you look tired. I just took a nap too. Um, Imagine if Tupac was still alive today, the movies and the music he would have made. Okay, I have a counter for that because that's an argument I hear a lot. My counter to that is if Snoop Dogg would have died in 97 or 98, or like, let's even say 2002, we would be saying the same thing. Why do we always assume that the artistic curve of any individual, any musician, would continue to go straight up when all of the goddamn data that we have indicates the polar opposite? Musicians never make music as good as they did in the beginning ever. There is not a single, like, it's always like Snoop Dogg has been putting out garbage for at least 15 years now. So there's no reason to believe Tupac or Biggie would be exempt from that um, occurrence pattern. After through your hair like that. Hey, if you keep sending over those super chats, I'm gonna start catering my hair towards you. Because you're the one keeping the lights running in this thing. Seriously though, I appreciate you, Iwa. I do. Appreciate you a lot. I'm actually considering because I was planning to go to Belgium in 1st of July, but I might already go in 2 weeks. I feel stagnant, guys. I feel a little bit. I don't know. I'm in a weird mental rut, and I feel like it could be a good moment, a good time to go to Belgium and kind of like refresh. Thank you, Evie. I appreciate that. Is it cheap to live in Mexico? Your place looks really nice. Um, it's cheap to live in Mexico. It's not cheap to live in the heart of Mexico City where I live. Mexico City is just as expensive as really any other major city in the world. And supermarkets in Mexico City are ridiculously expensive. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Doesn't make no goddamn sense. Not like New York and Cali. All right, so here's something that always like people in the US often seem to miss the fact that there's no place like the US, guys, in terms of pricing. It's kind of annoying to hear New Yorkers come here and be like, that's so cheap. Everything was so cheap. It's like, no, you're living in fucking New York. Like, paying $10 for a beer is a joke. It's a fucking joke. Like, it's not normal. Nobody in the world thinks a beer should cost $10. That's only in New York. That's only in California. Like, that's ridiculous. Nobody thinks a lunch should at minimum be like $35. That's ridiculous. All of that shit is ridiculous. That's not the world. That's just the US. So, that's like living in Tokyo or living in goddamn what's it called? Singapore. Common sense. The reason I think you might be in a mental rut is because of the piercing in your jaw. I'm sure that you're wanting that to be taken care of. Yeah, maybe. You guys want to see it? Show it to you. I show it. Duh, duh, duh. I feel like I look like a white shark from the side, like Jaws. Imagine pedaling a surfboard and then you see my face coming from the depths. Big is not always better. That's what I told my ex. She wasn't going with it. I ran into my ex the other day in my gym. Well, in her gym, I should say. Um, it was she made it so weird for no reason. We can just say hi. We can just be like, "Hey, what's up?" That's what I did. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she did the whole, "I'm great. How are you?" Wow, that's amazing to hear. So glad to see you. And then she just fucked off. It's like, why is it gotta be like that, baby girl? We can just be nice. We can just be natural. I don't get it. You can be like a 007 villain. I need to get into acting, man. I need to leverage this thing. Some are born and some are dying. Some are calm and some are crying. Tom, you put that song in my head now, buddy. Guys, if you appreciate the channel, feel free to click on the $ below the chat box, and it allows you to send over a donation to the channel and support your boy. I could be in like a medieval fantasy movie and I would need like props or like a mask. I would be good to go. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can hit the thumbs up. I would appreciate that. So, Iwa, after I had my tooth extracted, most of the pain went away. So, like, all of this crazy pain that I was getting, a lot of it was from that rotten tooth. Here's a man that is emotionally naked and people want to talk about villains. It's fine, Evie. I appreciate you sticking up for me, but it's fine. So, what exactly are we doing here? It's you again. Are you gonna say it's awkward again? So, all right, let me explain it one last time. The whole concept is people can come in and ask questions and I answer. The thing is called Ask Me Anything. It's pretty self-explanatory. What do you think of people who don't like to travel or only want to go to safe places? That's fine. That's fine. I would never like, as cynical as I may seem at times, that is perfectly fine. Like, if whatever you're doing, if, whatever it is that you like to do, if it does not hurt people, if it does not actively cause other people harm, do whatever the fuck you want. I would never judge someone for not wanting to travel or not wanting to go to dangerous places. Um, so yeah, how is your AI job doing, and are you transferring? I'm gonna be working from Belgium, so I'm not transferring, just working remote. But the job is fine. What happened with the girl? Why'd she break up with you? Why do you assume that she broke up with me? That's funny. That's funny. It's there's so much language says so much, right? Believe it or not, even though she was goddamn beautiful, she was very good looking. Um, I didn't even want to get into this, but she did not dump me. it's I'm not gonna lie. I used to I used to sacrifice any and everything for beauty. Um, and not just beauty, but what I'm trying to say is I used to be very superficial and I used to try to make it work if the sex was good and she was nice and she was beautiful. But I guess people become more complicated with age, meaning me, and there's just certain things that I just can't really live with anymore. Certain if you have certain beliefs that I don't respect, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So yeah, you can say it was cultural differences. Let's keep it at that. Um, let's just say that Latin American culture is pretty goddamn conservative and behind. They're like a prouder 30 years behind in comparison to Europe. So what does that mean? Latin America and a lot of its people are still very homophobic, are still very racist, amongst other things. And yeah, that's just something that, you know, certain things are too deep to bridge. Like the distance is too long. If you tell me, if you tell me that you actually believe homosexuality is a sickness, I don't think dialogue is gonna do much. Like, I don't think that we can really, figure that one out. It's like the water's too deep. Do you think AI will take over most of our jobs in the near future? Yeah, I guess. But then also, it's gonna like my job did not exist 10 years ago. It exists now because they need someone to train the AI. So it goes both ways. I have more interest in going to Europe than Latin America. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I am European, so it makes sense that I'm more into the other thing, right? It's always like that. Are you woke? I'm up. I'm up, right? Uh, I don't think I'm woke because the word I feel like woke means, like, for example, like I don't love the whole pronoun thing. I don't love the whole rebranding of language. Like, I think it's silly when somebody is like, call me Den. I'm not with all of that. I think that's silly, unnecessary. I think it's a big reason why people are now going so much to the far right because they feel like in the last couple of years we've been pushing it too far. So I'm not with all of that. I don't think it should be legal for kids to have sex changes and stuff like that. But I don't think homosexuality is a disease. No, I don't think so. I think there's nothing wrong with being gay. I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, um, yeah, identifying as a woman. I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, yeah, so I don't think I'm woke. I just think I'm like I have common sense. Anyone's sexual preference is down to them. Not everyone has to like it. What about dating back home? No, I don't like. I really don't like Belgian girls, and I know like I shouldn't generalize, but I just don't really. I don't really vibe. Well, who knows? Who knows? Maybe this summer I'll meet a nice Belgian girl. They're just not really my thing. Let's put it like that. All right, guys, we are 30 minutes in. Any more questions? Now is the time. Oh my. Also, if you want to support the channel like Iwa did, big shout out to Iwa, big shout out to Canada, and big shout out to Sweats for joining the Viking Infantry. Uh, cool. I'm definitely not racist or homophobic. I just don't want you touching the kids who are trying to change their gender. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. I don't think Sweats. I see you. Yeah, I don't think. I agree. I don't think we should be letting kids make that decision. I think you should be 18 before you're able to do that. Fitness freak. The true old traditional values are slowly going away in Western countries. I mean, honestly, man, they're being replaced by something far worse. They're being replaced by more conservative stuff. Like, we just have a bunch of people coming in with these ancient religions like Islam and I don't think we're getting too progressive. I think we're going back to like the dark ages. Like women have to cover up. You know, people are not allowed to be gay. All the type of shit. Like, come on, man. I don't think the issue is like old values disappearing as much as it is like I don't know. I don't think that's the real problem here. All right. This was a good live. Talked about politics and religion. Religion, politics, and gender policies. That's how you know I'm cooked. Bro, a lot of countries. Germany, France, Sweden, Norway, Belgium, UK. All of that shit's happening. It's funny how us Catholic Christians successfully got rid of like religion. By the early 2000s, religion was no longer a thing. You know, we figured it out. We basically dismantled the church. We were like, you can still like be around, but we're not gonna take it serious. And then overnight, man, now we're back to like having people being super religious and praising Allah and doing things in the name of their God, and it's like, fuck, really? You know, why did you leave Norway? I'm Belgian, brother. I'm from Belgium. So the only time I was in Norway was on vacation. So I left because the vacation was over. I gotta visit Netherlands and Belgium. Yeah, Coke Zero gains. Yeah, I know. I don't like to touch your subject at all, but you guys were kind of forcing me into it. So you're asking why? I'll fill in the question, Sweats, because you're educated member. I'm giving you a lot of grace. You're the best thing that happened to me today, together with Iwa. Um, why did I leave Belgium? Yeah, I was gonna answer that. Yeah, so I was in the process of bro, because there's a whole globe, there's a whole planet. Might as well go see what's up. Might as well do it while you're still young and don't have kids. Nothing profound. I don't have like a crazy speech for you because I've been in Belgium for like 20 years of my life, at least more than 20 years, and you know that's like why did you order the lasagna today and you didn't have the steak for the 20th year in a row? Because there's a whole menu. It's called Planet Earth. That's where I'm. That's how I'm looking at it. Norway, in my opinion, some of the best countries to live in. Thinking about moving there. I don't know, man. Have you lived there? Have you been there for longer than a week? So for this, it's funny. So it's really interesting. People having a Norway fantasy is a real thing. So like, there's this like so I joined the Norway subreddit just for that reason because there's a ton of people, especially Americans, that kind of look at Norway like the holy grail. Norway is a very hard place to live. Um, it is cold and dark. 9.5 months out of 12, and it's really cold and dark. I used to live in Sweden. There was no sunlight in the winter. The sun wouldn't come up. It would be darkness between 5 p.m. until 9 a.m. and then between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. it would be like a light grayish, like, but there would be no sunlight. Norwegians are also not social people. They're not gonna in like welcome you with open arms. They're very antisocial. It takes years to get in that type of circle. So it is a beautiful place, but you know, yeah. Also, most Norwegians, most Scandinavians for that matter, get depressed the entire winter. They're just depressed. That's the thing. And then spring comes and they lose their mind. Norway women are so beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're blonde. It's funny, man. The Barbie beauty ideal that we still have to this day, like blonde, white girl, blue eyes, hot. Like I don't think so. I don't agree, but it's just funny how that's still like the norm. You just love the government system. Yeah, if they were not sitting on a bunch of oil and natural resources, they also would not be that like you know wouldn't be that well off, honestly. I have one Swedish friend, loves hanging out with me and other friends, but he's very stone faced. Yeah, yeah. They don't show emotions unless they're drunk. Then they're hysterical, like actually hysterical, not in a funny way. All right, guys, let's get some hard hitting questions. We still have 22 people. Yeah, the worst about Norwegian men, or I should say, Swedish men. You guys are so shy when you're not drunk. It takes so much for you to like takes so much alcohol for you to muster the courage to be social. And then when you have it, you are over the top and it's too much. Yeah, drinking every weekend is so goddamn sad. It's like the worst thing you can do. What are the top five cities you visited in Europe? I like top five questions. Um, Barcelona one. I'm thinking about saying Lisbon, but it's all right. Uh, 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 uh. Bro, that's a tough question. I guess I don't love European cities, is what I'm finding out in real time. Like, I don't, fuck, Stockholm. I love Stockholm. Yeah. Barcelona 1, Stockholm 2, Lisbon 3. There you go. Um, I like Valencia. Valencia. One more. Rotterdam. Fuck it. Yeah, Barcelona is special. Barcelona is. If money wasn't an option, wasn't an if money was not an obstacle, I would buy a baller ass place in Sitges, which is like 35 minutes by train from Barcelona. Beautiful, very gay, very beautiful. Um, Gays tend to live in like the nicest areas in the world. They always do. If you want to know where it's nice, follow the gay people. Um, Common sense. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm like. She's been in here for more than 30 minutes. She didn't come in and like was like, here's my like. She made me earn it, and she saw the live. She appreciated the live, and she's like, you know what? I value this content. So I'm gonna send over $10, and I appreciate that so much. Like for real, for real. Thank you. I remember my dad getting mad at his countrymen because they were simping for these Russian blondes. My dad also disagrees with the whole blonde is beautiful. Shout out, dad. Shout out, motherfucking dad. So many women in Russia, guys die out quick. Yeah. Gays work hard and don't have a lot of opportunities today, so they hit the books, focus on their careers. Bro, it's kind of true. Gays always have money. And they're always in like high up positions too. They make their money and revitalize places. Yeah, no, there's some truth to that, definitely. While us hetero people are distracted by sex and trying to procreate. Okay, hold on. Stop. Time out. Gay guys are the most sexually aggressive humans on this planet. So they're definitely also obsessed with sex. That's even an issue. That's why I had to stop going to this new gym I was going to. Too many gay guys, and they're too aggressive. They're too like predatorial. So you were doing good then, but then you went too far. Is because especially the gay guys have quite a personality. Yeah, a lot of them also have a dark vibe to them. That's the thing that I've noticed. A lot of them are also quite passive aggressive, very sensitive, and like kind of dark in some ways. Um, unless they're keeping their gayness secret. This is the most gay live I've ever done, but I like it. It's cool. It's interesting. Guys, not everybody can be as awesome as Common Sense. By the way, thank you so much, Common Sense. And donate. But you know what you can do? You can close the chat window and hit the thumb. We have 25 people and 21 thumbs. So that tells me we can get to 30 thumbs in the next minute if we really want to. If you guys want to help me out achieve this, all you gotta do is close the little chat box, hit the thumb, come on back, and we can have 30 likes in like 30 seconds. I promise you. I promise you. Somebody just took away their thumb. That is diabolical. That is next level petty. We had 21 and now we have 20. 22. Let's go, guys. 8 more. Come on, we can do this. There's 24 people watching this. I know. 23. Let's get it. We're going to speak it into existence. I know there's at least 7 more people who have not hit the thumb. Are there any cities you didn't like in Europe and why? Yeah, all of them. Brussels sucks. It's dangerous. It's dirty. Doesn't feel like Belgium. London sucks. It's cold and expensive. Dangerous too. Um, Berlin, overrated. Mad overrated. Shitty weather. Amsterdam sucks. There's only all these weed tourists, all these people from the UK coming there to fuck shit up and get high and puke on the street. Way too touristy. Then throw in the Amsterdam locals on their bikes trying to kill you with their bike. It sucks. Um, Paris fucking sucks. Paris is the most overrated city in the goddamn world. Such a shithole. Pickpocketers everywhere. Dangerous. You get treated like shit in by the French waiters and staff. It's like the world is upside down. It fucking sucks. Um, I'm trying to think of more cities. Rome sucks. Too many goddamn tourists. I don't really like cities, guys. What can I say? I know it's ironic. I'm living in Mexico City, but it works for me. It just does. This place has something that, you know, Poland. My sister used to live in Poland. Poland is nice. I like Poland, but the weather sucks. What are you guys talking about? Afghanistan coworkers, famous reality gay guys. What the fuck? What do you got? All right, one more question, and that'll be the live. One more question, guys. Make it count. This was a great live, by the way. Thank you to all of you who participated. Huge shout out to Iwa. I love you, girl. Huge shout out to Common Sense. I love you, girl. Huge shout out. By the way, Common Sense, how is it now that your husband is home? Everything dandy? Smooth sailing? Also, huge shout out to my new member, the latest member of the Viking Infantry. Bum, bum, bum. Sweats. I appreciate you. I love the blonde haired, blue eyed look. Hmm. Let's go! All right, ask me anything, guys. We're still here. We're still motherfucking here. Making it happen. This is live and direct. This is actually taking place. It's interesting. Mexico City at random times gets so calm. Like it's so hectic so much of the time. How old is my mom? She is 67. Yeah. I must have you mixed up with somebody else. Common sense. Wasn't your husband in jail? And then he went away for like because he went to jail and you held him down and he was coming home in like a few months. That wasn't you. Where can I get an honest dentist? Uh, where do you live, man? I can do a quick Google search. I know a good dentist here in Mexico City. Oh, I'm the I'm so okay. I'm the one that told you about my husband's oral cancer, like a broken record, every time I come on to see your lives. I'm so sorry. I completely mixed you up with somebody else because I wasn't looking at the name. I was looking at the picture, and there's a woman that kind of looks like you, that had this whole story. I'm sorry. Of course, I know your story. Not that. I apologize. I also got some expensive dentist bills. The last one cost 1,000. Do you have siblings? Yeah, brother and a sister. Um, they're both older than me. Um, I think Viking has a smart sister. Yeah, my sister is very smart. She's like she's very high up on the totem pole of Procter and Gamble. She makes a lot of money. She's a big boss. Uh, she's a trade engineer. Yeah, engineer. How do you like your eggs? I love how you guys know everything about my life. How do you like your eggs? Either scrambled or sunny side up. Depends. I just had like 8 eggs before. Yeah, still on the cut. Do you guys want a physique update? You want to see where I'm at physique wise? I'm cutting for like 3 weeks now. It's honestly going slower than I thought. I do feel like age is like catching up to me. Metabolism is definitely slowing down, but just have to just have to work harder. I try cutting now. It's a big battle, bro. Cutting is so hard. Cutting is so hard. Cutting is the thing that's so hard about cutting is it's like it feels like you can be on point for like 4 days in a row, and then that fifth day you kind of mess up. It's like your body just completely resets. I know it doesn't, but walking all day long. Yeah, I should start. I should go walk right now. I should go walk right now. I'll show you guys where I'm at right now. Let's get some lighting. Like, still a long way to go. Still a long way to go. I need to lose at least another 2 kgs. Bodybuilding is one of the things. Yeah, I agree. Lower body fat than me. I mean, bro, I would hope so. If you're 19%, I hope I'm lower than you. I think I'm at like 14, 15. I water fast for 3 days out of the week. It's good for a reset. Yeah, with me, I have to keep my protein intake steady. I can't just fast. Hey, we got 30 people in here. That's dope. Hit me with your questions, guys. This is the motherfucking moment. We are live and direct. We're taking over YouTube. Yeah, it's funny common sense. I had my friend talk to me about the Ninja ice creamer as well. Yeah. it's interesting to see how some people get my live and then others get it delayed clearly. So yeah, I need to step it up if I really want to lose this weight. I need to go harder. You look fantastic. Thank you guys. I don't think I look that good right now. I'm not trying to be that guy who's like, I don't think like for the standard that I have in my mind for where I'm trying to get, I don't think I look that great. I know I can look better, and I'm gonna look better, and I know I can look leaner. One thing about yoga, yoga will because you're doing a lot of downward dog posing. So when you're doing yoga, you're doing a lot of this. Like you have your hands there and your head down. Um, and so like you're looking at your own stomach a lot. And so you're confronted, and of course, the stomach is the area that holds the most fat. And yoga will put it in your face. It will put it in your face how, like, where your fat level is at. Have you been to Asia? I've been to Thailand and Bali. Japan is on the list. Japan is highly on the list, but I want to do it with a partner, with a girl. You know, I'm literally saving some countries to do them with a partner, to do them with a girl. You know, I think that's cool. Japan, Canada, yeah, those are like top two right now. You're at 20% body fat. That's amazing for a woman, especially. Yeah, that's really good. And I remember that you're in your 40s, right? That's really good. I mean, I'm not saying I need somebody to join me on those travels. Bro, I didn't solo traveling my whole life. That's fine. I'm just saying I want to save some because you only get one first visit. And so, I don't know. My last trip to Puerto Rico was kind of mid because of that. It was kind of boring because I didn't have anyone to share it with. And also, Puerto Rico is kind of ass. Kind of sucks. I mean, people are nice and all. Don't get me wrong. It's just like you should definitely go to the Dominican Republic if that's like if you're into that. Like if you want to go to the Caribbean. Yeah, you're bulking too much. After this cut, I'm never bulking again. I'm just gonna main game. How is Dominican Republic better than Puerto Rico? First of all, Dominican Republic has its own culture. Like Dominicans are very much their own thing. Puerto Ricans are just Latin gringos. It's like they're confused. They want to be they worship America. They worship the states, but then they're Latino. It's weird, and it's just hyper Americanized. The DR is much more real, authentic. Sure, it's more raw. It's more second world country. Um, some might argue that the U.S. is a second world country as well. You know, but yeah, I just felt like Puerto Rico was very like it didn't have a lot of culture. It did not have a lot of authenticity, in my opinion. Puerto Rico didn't ask to be taken over by the U.S. Bro, I don't care. That's not the point. Like you asked me why the DR is better than Puerto Rico. I answered the question. I don't care about the historical like. I'm not gonna say country A is better than country B because country A got overtaken. Like no, like I'm just telling you which is better. Like they make good music too. They got that bunny. They got that bunny. I'll give them that. Um, but yeah, aside from that, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would not recommend Puerto Rico. Like, there's nothing there you had to have. Like, it's just an island, if that makes sense. And it's, yeah, just kind of mid. That's what I said. Like, it's just kind of boring. Yeah, the DR. I mean, the DR is also Americanized, um, but they're not that like American, which makes sense. What time is there in Mexico City? It's time to go. That's what time it is. I gotta wrap this up. 1 hour and 5 minutes. It's 6:30 p.m. on the motherfucking dot. Guys, I'm tired, man. I'm getting lightheaded. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the donations, common sense, Ewa, Sweat. You guys rock. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back soon. If you haven't hit the thumb yet, thank you, Cuckoo Paradise. I appreciate you. Spears, just messaging to say I hope you're doing well. I remember having a life coaching session with you ages ago. It had a really positive impact on me. My guy, I don't remember you, I'm not going to lie, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. I'm doing great. Life is great. We're alive. What more can we ask for? Peace out.